It's dark in here. Wow. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to the
New show.
new show Between the Gutters. This is our episode 0
Between this gutter.
between this gutter. And basically what the gutter is in a comic book is the space between the panels. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about everything comics, not comics, graphic novels, the pieces in between the panels here, maybe a movie or two. It's going to be everything that makes up the comic industry.
We'll see how much I can get him to ramble. I guarantee he's going to do most of the talking.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
But to start the show, I made you some flowers.
Aw, thank you.
Okay.
Aw, look. Oh, there's a little bug. He's a bug. Look, bugs. Bugs. Great. You give me flowers. They got bugs all on them. Bugs, I say.
It adds character. You just throw them on the table.
I don't have a container. We'll have to get a container tomorrow. So, but we've got a smattering of books out here on the table. She's got some questions. We're going to talk about.
I'm going to quiz him on his knowledge.
My pick of the week is what this thing here is that is called such an uproar.
And why is it called an uproar?
Because, once again, Robert Kirkman snuck in a blind bag, a couple of rare, what they considered rare books, and one of them was Rom the Spaceknight, which is a character from the late 70s and 80s from Marvel at the time. Well, it was Parker Brothers toy, and they had Marvel create a whole universe of Rom, and people like me love Rom. And
why do you love Rom?
I don't know. It was a part of my childhood. Like in late 70s when it came out, I was like 7, I think, 6 or 7. And it was one of the first comics that I actually ever read. And I picked up number 1, at a store. And it just always stuck with me. And then they've tried to bring Rom back before, and it's hard sometimes.
IDW did a series. Right?
IDW did a series, but Rom is hard because Marvel actually owns everything, right? The only thing that Marvel doesn't own is actually Rom itself, but all the supporting characters, the universe, the planets, the villains, Marvel owns all that, and it's hard to do that. But I think Kirkman has found a way to actually introduce Rom, making you think that it is the original Rom in a way that I think will play well with other people. He doesn't, in this book, he doesn't have all of his memories. He knows that he's been fighting the die race forever, and he knows he needs to find them to hunt them down, but he's having a hard time finding any. And a lot of that could be because he kind of destroyed them at the end of the Marvel series. And so, depending on how you want to look at this, he could have played it where this takes place between a couple of issues at the end of Rom. Right? The original series, depending on, how you want to play, how it worked out. So I was really excited. I actually pulled this, right?
Why was this in a mask blind bag?
That's just what Kirkman does. He just put stuff out there that, like a Rom number 1 was in there, and he also did a mask number 2. So you could have gotten a blind bag and gotten mask issue number 2. And not even a number 1.
So you can't just go buy this, though.
No, you can't. You can only get it out of the blind bag. I would assume at some point in this book, Kirkman talks about how he's going to put Rom in Void Rivals. I would assume at some point they're going to reprint this book. It just won't be a chromium shiny cover and stuff like this.
Pretty.
It is a very beautiful cover. So I would assume it will be out there at some point, but just not in that way. And once again, it's Rom being himself. He's just out there trying to do the best that he can and help people and save people in this book. And I thought it was really great. One of the funny things I thought, if ever search online like eBay and look for the Rom toy, he's always missing an arm. So in this book, when it starts out, he's missing an arm.
That's just because it's an old toy and it fell off.
It just popped out. It was only like, the little plastic pieces that would plug in with the slit, and kids would play with it, and it wasn't really posable, but the arm would pop off eventually. And and it's funny because I'm assuming it's intentional. It's funny if it's not, but to me it was funny seeing him missing an arm. But he's been beat up and he's trying to heal. But he's doing
fine.
Yeah, and he's got this new alien called Carpet. We don't know what it is. He just calls him Carpet, but it's a sentient thing, and they kind of hang out together and they're partners in this. So it was awesome. So basically it's just Rom saving people in this book and kind of setting a playing field of who he is. And it does say that he will be in Void Rivals. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be in this next issue of Void Rivals that's on FOC for the 29th of June. I once again, I don't know that for sure, but I would take a really good guess that if you want to see Rom's next appearance, it's going to be in this Void Rivals that's on FOC. I'm just saying.
You heard it here first.
I'm just saying. That's where I would go.
But speaking of FOC, for Friday, June 26th, I had a connection when I was doing my initial scroll. There is a Jen Bartel variant cover on FOC. Is she finally out of hiding?
We can only hope. She did take back to Twitter a few weeks ago.
Yes.
So Jen Bartel's back. We're back on Twitter. She's doing her Final Fantasy pictures, which are all beautiful. And she's got a cover on a boom book.
Yeah, it's got a weird name.
It's
sorry.
Yeah, I can't. This is where we fail you. This is where we fail you on this.
But there is a variant of her cover as well.
Yes.
There's two different covers.
It's colored different.
Let's see what the book is called. Oh my God.
I don't know what you want, man.
Why is it not popping up?
I don't know. It popped up for me. I just typed in Jen Bartel.
I did that too. And all I got was She-Hulk.
It's not what I got.
Well, you're not over here trying to find it.
Anyway. So, but she does have a cover. It's a boom book. So it's a #1. Oh, it's a really weird.
I said it's a weird title.
It's a weird title.
I'm never going to be able to pull that out of my butt.
No, you won't be.
Oh, wow. You have your computer in front of you. How convenient.
How convenient. Sorry, guys. This is how it's going to go for tonight.
Gastronomic.
That's it.
Gastronomic.
Yep. That's what it says.
It's written by Marguerite Bennett.
It is written by Marguerite Bennett. So it's gonna be a little creepy.
If you are a Jen Bartel stan like we are, look for that on FOC this week.
And then she has another one that's going to be on FOC in about a month.
No Gods, No Monsters. Is that what it is?
I think that's what it's called. It's another boom book, but it's like issue 3.
No Gods, No Monsters, written by Julio Anta.
Lighting in here is not the best. I look like a raccoon.
You always look like a raccoon.
Not this bad.
You and Tess usually sit in the dark.
Yeah, just the lights behind us. Lights in front of us are lit.
Anyways. Also, today is Friday, June 26th. Supergirl just came out.
It did.
We went to see it on Wednesday.
We went to see it Wednesday night at a fan showing. So
they just keep getting earlier and earlier.
It was a fan showing. We got special tickets.
Well,
it was a fan showing. That's why we went Wednesday night. I actually went to a theater because it was Supergirl.
I went with him. He didn't go by himself.
Oh, yes, but I don't normally go to a theater. Like, of course you went with me.
Got some popcorn.
I got some chicken tenders. I got to recline in the seat. I did. I got a beer too. That was good.
I don't know what this is.
I don't know what that is.
So, how was the movie? How did you like it? No spoilers.
I'll spoil the movie. I'll spoil the hell out of the movie. Here, spoiler alert. The I enjoyed the movie to no end. It was Carr doing stand up from someone who is in a lot of pain, and she's in.
Was she doing stand up?
She was being snarky, which I understand, right? Like you make everything a joke when you have a lot of trauma, right? Everything's a joke. I get it, right? And she's dealing with a lot of trauma in this movie, and this movie is about her working it out with the help of other people who have their own issues.
Her method of coping is going to planets with red suns and drinking herself to a stupor.
Yes, absolutely. And I loved every minute of it. It was great. The movie was great. It was exactly what I expected from that movie. It was what I wanted from that movie.
It's women saving women,
yes,
and themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's how, and even in this, there was a few things that happened, and it was different ways of how you deal with the trauma of your life. People always seem to forget Supergirl came out in 1959, people. She's been around a minute, but at the same time, she wasn't a baby when Krypton exploded. She was like 8 to 10. Like, it just depends on which origin, but she lived the explosion. She knew Krypton. She knew people, right? Yeah. And so she noticed her whole planet exploding. She didn't get the luxury of landing on Earth as a baby and finding loving parents. That will mess you up. And for some reason, people aren't getting this. People sitting there going, well, she's super. No, people. She is Supergirl, but they actually talk about that in the film too. That was pretty good, actually. Why are you Supergirl? So that was really good.
I don't know why.
I will say that Superman shows up probably for a total of 1.5 to 2 minutes in this film, and once again, you will totally believe that he's Superman.
For real, for real.
His little parts are amazing and uplifting as you would expect. 99.9% of the movie is also in space. Most of the Earth scenes,
space caper.
Yeah, most of the Earth scenes are in flashbacks. So that's done really well. All the characters are done well. I like Lobo.
Lobo was hilarious.
I
didn't know what to expect.
I thought they did. So that's a change from this book, from the book, because it was just a different bounty hunter in the book, but for the movie we made him Lobo, and
it worked.
It really worked. I don't think he's necessarily your comic book Lobo, but at the same time, I sort of kind of feel like I'll use him in this movie like I'll use Deadpool. I don't really care much for the Deadpool in the comic. It's just not my thing. I love the Deadpool in the Marvel movies
because he's quirky.
Yeah, and I think they're going to use Lobo the same way in this, or they did. It's the Lobo there. It was actually really well done. So, and it got you to the points that you needed to get to with what's her name? What was the main? Not Supergirl, but the other girl.
Ruthie.
Yes, thank you. You're looking at me like there's only 2 girls in this whole movie. Everyone's not Supergirl.
I had to think.
You got the book in front of you. It probably says on the back.
It's backwards.
But anyway.
This is Ruthie.
Yes. And this is a Target exclusive.
I was getting there.
Right,
jumping ahead. This week, I read Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King and Bilquis Ively to prepare myself for this movie.
And there's actually a good planet in this movie.
Spoilers.
It's not a spoiler. It's a planet called Bilquis. It's awesome. It's great.
This is a Target exclusive cover for the book.
Who's it drawn by?
Mitch Gerads.
Gerads. He's from Boston. He's Gerads.
Mitch Gerads. And it comes with a poster.
I think it's Gerads.
Mitch Gerads. And it comes with a poster.
I'm gonna go meet Mitch Gerards with my car keys.
Ah! This is the Target exclusive cover. What I just showed you with the poster is the main Bilquis Ively cover, which is gorgeous, by the way.
But Mitch posted this cover this week, or Target posted it and Mitch commented on it. I saw it, and we then left the house then
to go get it.
To go get it at Target.
And they didn't have it out.
No, they didn't.
We walked around the store, so I ordered it online for pickup, and then it was ready in an hour. It was probably in the back.
It was okay. We went and got ice cream.
We went and got ice cream and went back. But I love this page.
Yep.
This pose. Drawn by Bilquis Ively.
Yes.
But I really, really enjoyed the book. It took me forever to read it because I kept picking up at night and I was tired. But it's very interesting because it's not narrated by Supergirl. It is narrated by Ruthie. But it's still a Supergirl book, okay?
It's still a Supergirl book. It's
just very unique.
It is a very unique book.
I mean, there's a sword and a horse. That's
in the book, yes.
There's a horse.
There's a horse,
in crypto. One of my favorite parts about this book is dealing with crypto.
What I really like about this cover is Mitch, when he did it, he had his name done in a word balloon where crypto's going Mitch.
Oh.
That's how he signed it.
That's funny. I just noticed that.
Yeah, that's how he signed it.
I thought he was making a sound effect. Milch.
Drads.
Milch drads.
But like, even our little, like, the taxi people that's in the book, they're in the movie. Their scenes are great.
The taxi scene.
I will say that she wears her costume more in the book than she does in the movie, but I think it plays well with what she's going through more in there. So
it's really hard to compare the book to the movie.
Oh yeah, it is.
But
like, there's things that happen in the.
I literally finished the book like an hour before we left to go to the movie. So in my head, I'm like, oh, that's what's in the book. Like, I noticed little things, little details that they put in the movie because of the book.
Yeah.
Like the red and blue leaves that she referenced on Krypton. Things, little details. They were very well done.
But yeah, I mean, this book in itself is
beautiful.
So, and the movie was great. I love the movie. So
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Absolutely.
The book and the movie.
Yep.
But don't compare them, okay? They're different.
Yep, they're different. You can see where it's taken from it, but they are different.
I have a flower.
And you have flower.
All right, you ready for your question of the week?
Absolutely. What's my question of the week?
Okay.
We're going to do a question of the week, evidently.
We're just making stuff up as we go.
We do. So that's between the gutters.
Okay. Well, it went away. I have to find.
Talking about gutters.
What? Okay.
I'm going to talk about Superman. Okay.
First. I saw this on Instagram, and I know you can't believe everything you read on the internet.
What?
So as soon as I saw it, I was like, Philip, I need to know your thoughts on this.
All right. Okay? So what is?
So this post, the cover photo for the post says, facts about the Bat family DC fans need to accept.
Okay.
Okay.
So I need to accept these.
I want to know if you agree, and I know you don't agree, so we're going to talk about
it. Okay. We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. Okay.
This is a lead into another show that we're going to do.
I'm just going to read everything on this image.
Okay.
Before you open your mouth.
All right.
I already know you're not going to agree with this.
Okay.
But
make it so.
These are not my words, folks. Ready?
Ready.
Dick Grayson is the emotional leader, not Batman. When the Bat family fractures, it's Dick, not Bruce, who reunites them. Heroes trust Dick more because he represents what Batman should be without the trauma.
What the hell?
So,
once again,
the question of the week is, what are your thoughts on Dick Grayson's trauma compared to Batman's?
What? Who the hell thinks Dick Grayson doesn't have trauma? Like, where does that even come from in anyone's statement? He watched his parents die too.
Right.
From a trapeze.
And he was a child too.
Yeah, he was just a child. His parents, like,
was he a teenager?
He was,
young teen,
it was young teen,
12,
maybe, or 12.
13,
yeah, something like that.
Whatever.
He was young. He may be a little bit younger, but yeah, like he watched his parents die in front of him also. Like,
so, okay.
Wow. No, he doesn't have any trauma. He grew up well.
So your origin of Dick Grayson could come from one or two places, okay? It can come from Dark Victory or some other book, or Batman and Robin, The Boy Wonder, right, which is absolutely terrible. So in that version, they get pew-pewed.
Okay.
But in the version that's real, they fall from the trapeze. So, in what world is that trauma less than Bruce's?
It's not. It's once again that his trauma is exactly the same. It's but the difference is he had someone who jumped, and so did Bruce, but you take things differently, right? Like you internalize those kind of things in your life differently, where Bruce let it define him and change him to make sure no one was ever murdered again. Dick learned how to move past it, and basically, since he was taken in by Bruce, to be the light side of that, to move on.
Like, but being light doesn't mean you don't have trauma,
right? But once again, like Dick has his own issues, right? Because you don't really ever see his talked about. Like Bruce's comes up a lot. Now I will step one further back. I don't know who in the DC universe trusts Nightwing more than they trust Batman. Like, once again, you may have different conversations with Nightwing versus Batman, but everyone trusts Batman. They just know that Batman may beat them up. Like, it's
like I just read.
There's no way people do not trust Batman.
Who's a better leader?
Who's a better leader? Mm-hmm. Oh, I would probably say Nightwing would be.
So I just read Absolute Power, and they need a leader.
Absolute Power is beautiful.
And Nightwing doesn't hesitate. He is the leader that they need. And my favorite panel is Batman saying, "That's my boy."
Yep.
I loved it so much.
Yeah. I think, once again, I think Batman's been a loner for so long. Once again, you can have an argument about, well, he's always surrounded. Yeah, he's always surrounded, but his mentality is he's still going to do it himself. And if he feels like he needs to, Batman will abandon you to go do something by himself if he thinks you can get hurt.
Yeah.
Right. Where Dick, on the other hand, made it a point as soon as he could to surround himself by people his age.
That's why he formed the Teen Titans, or joined the Teen Titans.
Well, technically,
depending what origin you're looking at.
Yeah, let's go with he formed. We're going to go with the he formed versus the he was manipulated.
Thanks, Raven. But anyways,
I give Raven a pass too. Talk about daddy issues.
Woo! That's another rabbit hole.
No. But the Titans all have their own issues.
Back to the lightness.
Yes.
Let's talk about where that lightness comes from.
Right, where?
Superman.
Yeah, absolutely. So so the first thing that I think let's back up one, right? So I think the first thing where his lightness came from is he got to hang around kids his own age when he was young. Mm-hmm. I think the Teen Titans, or the Titans, was very impressionable on him because all he had was Batman, but then they all got to go to the Watchtower and kind of hang out, and they formed their own group. So he kind of also, not only did he grow up with Batman, but he grew up with other teenagers, right? And I think
that all had powers. He was the only one who didn't have powers. So he was just a natural leader.
Right. And I think that's what started it. But I think him being around, like, the world's finest existed, right? Like Batman and Superman did things. And so him being around people like Superman and stuff too, I think helped. where Batman didn't have anyone, right?
He had Alfred.
He had
That was
Alfred,
it.
but like Alfred was like the world's biggest badass, right? Like, let's not forget that Alfred was not just a helpless butler, right?
No.
Like he is also the world's biggest badass, and so he helped the best that he could and did what he could, but at the same time, he didn't have that support system that Dick ended up having, right? And regardless of what you want to think after that, all the other Robins had a Dick support system, right? Like Nightwing was there to help out every Robin after that. I mean, so it kind of, and once again, whether you bring him into the Titans or he's just there, but it's not just him. The other Robins had the benefit of Batgirl. I mean, Barbara at the time, like that's so different. And regardless of how you want to look at stuff, the original two heroes is Superman and Batman. Like it's never going to change.
And dark.
Right. And that's where it started. So Batman was alone. As a child, he was alone and the ward of, the Wayne estates, which was Alfred. And he was rich. Let's also remember Dick Grayson didn't grow up rich. He grew up in a circus.
Yeah, they didn't have no money.
And he didn't have any money. So then like him moving into Wayne Manor was a completely new outlook for him, right? Like that was huge.
But I brought up Superman because when he becomes Nightwing, he leaves the Robin mantle behind. He got that name because of Superman.
That's correct. Superman, there was a hero on Krypton that Superman or Kal-El looked to, and his name was Nightwing and Flamebird. And so basically that's who he looked up to. And so he basically told Dick that he kind of reminded Superman, said, "Do you kind of remind me of the way you act, the way you want to do stuff, and and be that." So Nightwing in himself is the best parts of Batman and Superman, and it shows. It shows in the Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing is, to me, is the definitive Nightwing at bar none. It is by far one of the best superhero runs of all time. And it really shows what Nightwing is capable of. And that led into Absolute Power.
Absolute Power was really, really good.
Yeah.
I picked it up just for the speech.
The speech in that whole interaction in Absolute Power. If you haven't read it, all the superheroes lose their powers.
Amanda Waller.
Right. It's Amanda Wallering. And then there turns into an argument, and John Kent gets captured by Amanda Waller. So Superman is like distraught with no powers.
And then there's Batman who's trying to think logically.
Yeah. And everyone's like, well, who should be? We need a leader to lead us. And there's this big argument between like, well, Superman should be. And like, if you look at Superman, he's over there crying in a corner.
And then Aquaman volunteers because he's like, I'm king. I can do it.
And then out of nowhere, while everyone's arguing, Nightwing just stands up and goes
listen up.
Here's what we're doing. Here's who I am. Here's what we're going to do. You teams go do this. You teams going to do. And it is just that whole sequence of events is amazing. And every time I read it, it is a perfect superhero moment.
Yeah.
Not that he's got powers, but he's still
right. That's like my next question. We're off that Instagram post now.
Okay. You just knew I wanted Nightwing with no trauma. Grayson with no trauma.
That's funny. That's funny. When Amanda Waller did her Amanda Wallering, there was a lot of superheroes that don't actually have superpowers. Right. So that wasn't really explained. Were they helpless in other ways?
No. So my thinking is, and I think what you're talking about is an Absolute Power. There was a board that Amanda Waller had.
Yeah.
And she was Xing off heroes that she had captured. But on that board was like superheroes, right? It was like Batman and Nightwing. And they don't have powers, right? So she doesn't know. But my assumption in that is someone like Amanda Waller who has so much power and thinks they're smarter than everyone else, they can't be outsmarted by anyone that would just be human. So I'm not sure. My thought is they don't really believe that they don't have powers. And the thought process is if you're Batman and you're going out every night and you're doing this, you must have a superpower. If you're Nightwing, like just the thought of getting beat constantly by someone that's human isn't really, I don't really think can be put into their heads, right? I'm smarter. I got more money. I'm a big guy. I can do all this. And it's not. So their brains can't think that they could actually be, someone can be smarter than them. Right.
Like her little, I'm going to call it a succubus, doesn't steal their skills.
No.
It only takes their powers.
It only takes their powers away. That's right.
And then some supers, when they fixed everything, got, or other people got the wrong powers back.
Yes.
So I guess I need to read more about, I need to read the follow-up.
That's where Lois became Superwoman was from all of that. So she got, spoiler alert, she ends up with Zod's powers. So Zod loses his powers out in space and it doesn't matter.
Anyways, that is my Dick Grayson rabbit hole for the day. I've been going down a lot of those recently. Yeah. Thanks for answering my question.
You're welcome.
The internet is not always right.
No, I don't I can't fathom where you would get that he doesn't have.
Right.
He doesn't have that. Like it just drives him in a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he doesn't seek vengeance. He seeks justice.
Though. Yeah, and like Batman doesn't seek vengeance either. His problem is he wants to make sure no one else ever dies again in that way or loses something. It's just hard. And I mean that's why he took Dick in the first place, is because he saw a lot of himself in that when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, he literally watched it happen, right? Wasn't he at the circus?
He was at the circus.
He happened to be at the circus.
It happens. It happens.
And yeah, Dick wanted to find out what happened to his parents and go after them, but he didn't want to kill them per se.
Yeah, I mean, not him personally.
Anyways, trauma. Everyone has a little bit.
Yeah, this episode is brought to you by trauma. Whether it's from Supergirl to Batman to Nightwing.
Okay. So now part 3 or 4 of this segment is we're going to talk about a book, at least one.
At least one.
That we've read this week.
Yeah, we kind of talked about Rom. We've already done that piece, but we'll move on. You want to talk about my book first, or you want to talk about your book first?
You should talk about yours because it's DC, and we've been talking about DC for like this whole thing.
Yeah. So anyway, I guess my pick of the week is Superman 39. So right now, we are still Superman. Kal-El is still gone from the whole Dark Side storyline event that we did, the DCKO, and now Superboy Prime's taken over. And if you don't know, Superboy Prime is from the Prime universe, which is technically our universe. And so comics exist. So everything that happens in the DC universe, he kind of already knows, or he knows about the past because he's read the comic. And so that's a lot of this going on. And currently we've got where he's trying to be the good guy and save people, but Manchester Black is back and he's kind of manipulating him. And one of the things, because this show is called Between the Panels, well, in the gutter, between the gutters, between the panels, where's that? So he jumps between different types of comics.
The artwork.
Yeah, so he jumps into a romance comic, which he didn't read a whole lot of, so he's kind of confused on what's going there. He gets in like when they did the animated series as a comic book, so there he is there. So it really jumps around. They did like the old haunted
I thought
stories.
That was an ad.
No, they did the old haunted stories where it's a panel and just a few of the books. Here's a 9-panel grid, which one of the greatest panels of all time, where Superboy Prime's running. He goes, "Oh God, I'm in a 9-panel grid, aren't I? I better keep moving before Tom King gets me." And so this is how they're using this book a lot. And then he gets attacked by a bunch of Supermen because Manchester Black is a part of this.
Do you like that he breaks the fourth wall or whatever
Yeah,
it's called?
absolutely. Him breaking the fourth wall
Third
on
wall,
this.
fourth wall?
Yeah, whatever.
What is it called?
It's the fourth wall. But like what I think what's impressive in this book, all these different styles is all Dan Moore. Every one of them.
That man, very talented.
There's not like Dan Moore is just amazing. Like the stuff that he can do and pull off is bar none.
He did all of that.
Yes, he did all of this, and the story's been a lot of fun. It's been great. It's like, I guess this is kind of trying to be his redemption arc. Like they even did the dark side of back in the black costume and stuff. So this book has been great. Like I said, this one here, Manchester Black is back. He's kind of manipulating Super Warrior Prime into breaking that fourth wall again. Because what he can do is he can punch through the different universes. Is what he can do.
Why the cover?
That's why the cover's that way. And he's trying to get it so Manchester Black is really only existing as like a psychic entity, and he's trying to get his body back. And so that's what this has been about.
So if you look at the cover, it gives you a preview of all the different types of comics that he goes into.
And it's been excellent. I've enjoyed it a lot. Actually, this is the most Superman books that had any Superman in it I've ever read. Like I read like the death of Superman, but I really only read it like after he died. When he wasn't in it. Superman's a hard character for me, but and I'll also be honest. So this is what Joshua Williamson has been writing this, and Williamson. Yeah, I have to make sure I say his name correctly.
You usually only say Williams.
Yeah, I usually only say Williams. So I'm trying to make sure I get it correctly. And what really got me to start reading is I knew that Lois was going to be Superwoman. So I'm like, well, I'm going to pick that up, but like, she's not Superwoman anymore. But I've still enjoyed this book so much. So it's been awesome. You should, if you're not reading Superman, you're missing out right now. The other things I enjoyed this week was Captain America 12. This is the Magic the Gathering cover. What's been going on that is we're going into Avengers Armageddon. Captain America got the crap beat out of him last issue. He's in a hospital. Broken, bad, but his soul now is in hell, brought there by Dr. Doom. And so now, exactly. So now he's going to help save people from hell. So that's Cap.
No Cap.
And so this, I guess this is really going to keep Captain America out of the Avengers Armageddon unless he shows back up at the end of it. But this is how we're going to keep Captain America out of this, because I think his current storyline is going to be just him in hell trying to save people from these demons. Mephisto wants Doom's soul, but Doom has tethered his soul to Captain America. So as long as Captain America is alive, no one can actually take Doom's soul. And so Doom wasn't expecting Captain America to show up so quickly because it's Captain America. But bad things happened with the Red Hulk in issue 11 that led into Armageddon. So this is a Captain story in hell. Very good ending to this one. But Avengers Armageddon is continuing. So.
That's my turn?
Yeah, your turn.
You went over your quota of
it's
one.
Fine. It's fine. The show means everything. Some days we just go on other rants.
Points don't matter.
Oh.
I read Monsters in Love, a Pride anthology. And this is like 10 stories. And then there's a intro and an outro by Tate Bromble, Isaac Goodhart. The creators of Christopher Chaos, basically.
Yeah, Senna Grace did a story in there.
There's a really great creative team on here. Yeah. But I really liked how the intro it's a bunch of kids in a comic shop talking about who reads comics anymore. And I'm looking at Philip like, oh, you need to read this intro at least. But then they hand a kid this book and said, here, read this and you'll change your mind.
That's
so then you're reading this book, and then at the end the kid's like, wow, that was great. But
that's funny.
It's the kid from Christopher Chaos.
Yep.
Reading the book.
That's funny.
In the comic store. See?
Yep. That's actually funny.
And I love the little things in the comic store. You're going to laugh at this, okay? This person is reading Children Are Killing the Somethings.
That's awesome. I mean, that's,
yeah.
That's fair. Children are killing the somethings.
And then there's Everything Alive and Thriving. Instead of dead and dying.
Dead and dying, yeah. That's pretty good.
It's stuff like that I love. Like, in the art, you have to really pay attention. It is really cute.
That's cool that they use Christopher Chaos to move this along.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But there's stories by James Tynion, Lee Ostertag. Wow. So many really cool people.
And you Center Grace did something, but the cover's gorgeous.
Yeah. There's a lot of, it's not like monsters per se, but vampires and witches and
those are monsters. Monsters.
Yeah. But it's not anything really scary except for maybe this one. I don't know what he's doing. But it's a great anthology with a great creative team for Pride Month. Did you read Christopher Chaos?
I read the first few issues and then I missed an issue. So
what is it? Oddly Pedestrian Life.
Yeah, it's actually really good. I did end up getting the trade, so I need to read the trade. But I did like the first few issues, but I just haven't
this says Monsters, Heroes, and the Cult of Deadly Hunters.
Yeah. It's
just a normal day in New Briar City.
Yeah, I think I have all the trades. I think there's 3. I think there's 3 trades out. I think I read the first one, but it's been a while. If I remember correctly, the Christopher Chaos started coming out like during the apocalypse, and so it messed up everything. And I think that's why I ended up quitting reading it. I missed a lot of things during that apocalypse time because the books kind of got messed up on shipping. So
the art for the James Tynion story is by Noah Dow, and it's about a vampire.
I feel like it looks like Angel.
This story was really good.
It looks like Angel.
I really enjoyed the Lee Ostertag, obviously.
Well, what? No.
Shocking no one that I enjoyed that. But the content of the story was, I could see how Lee took things from their real life and put it in this magical story. So that was really cool. There's some of the art for that. They did the story and the art. Vita Ayala and Axelrod, the creator of Galaxy.
Oh, yeah.
Jadzia.
I like her art a lot.
Yeah.
Man,
it's a really good creative team.
That's really
cool. There's like a Monsters in Love type story.
I mean, who doesn't like a good Bigfoot? You know what they say about big feet.
And then there's this grumpy gay couple story. Very grumpy. Love it. Jacob Salcedo. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I really liked it a lot.
And it's cool that they got Christopher Chaos to anchor the book. So,
and I wonder if their book takes place in like the early 2000s because of their
probably
this computer. I definitely had one just like it, like the clear. What were those called?
Nostalgia is a big thing now.
The Dells with the clear.
I thought they were an Apple. I thought Apple had something like that.
I don't remember.
I don't either. I don't remember. I remember the clear computers and stuff though, but I thought it was an Apple that did that. That was weird.
If it was something.
Yeah, I remember them, but I don't remember them enough to have ever had one. So I don't know.
But I highly recommend this. for Pride Month. And I'm currently reading the Dream Girls.
That's a 4 issue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently reading those for Pride Month as well. So.
And I need to reread Supergirl One of Tomorrow just so we can do riding in cars this week.
Yeah, riding in cars this week is going to be Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So you're going to hear us talk about this more because it's so good. We did Supergirl June.
Yep, we did. And that will be ending this week. So
yeah, July is going to be Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. And then I got to pick the books for August.
Yep.
I have a list. I have a list, but I guess I got to do that soon. So we'll always be talking about, like, she'll always have some question or something we're going to go through every week. But if you have questions that you would like for us to dissect or dive into, ramble about.
If you want my opinion on the new Teen Titans, I will talk about them.
We will probably do a show, one of these shows on just that.
I feel like I could talk about the new Teen Titans for hours because I've read so much of them in the last few weeks.
Maybe we need to do just a Teen Titans show. We do need to talk about Donna Troy.
I have so many thoughts.
So maybe we'll bring that into this because, I mean, once again, this is a new show, Between the Gutters. It doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not going to say it's always going to be live. Doesn't mean there won't be more than one per week. It could be one, it could be two, just depending on what
There's a lot of thoughts that go on in between these gutters.
There's a lot of thoughts.
And sometimes I ask them questions and I was like, we should record this.
And that's what we're doing here. Yeah. But if you have questions, comments, you want rambles, I am a good rambler. I am a good rambler, and most of the time I know what I'm talking about, believe it or not. I said most of the time. I didn't say all the time. Why are you looking at me that way?
Just kidding.
Look around, lady. I've read a lot in my lifetime.
Are you a reader or a collector?
Yes.
Okay.
I am both of those things. I've got a lot of stuff. A lot of.
I'm gonna go put your flowers in a vase.
Thank you. I would appreciate that. We got to get a vase tomorrow, though, don't we? We don't have a vase tonight.
You're right.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
I don't have a vase.
How about a vase? Do you have a vase?
No, it's a vase.
Well, a vase is just a more expensive vase.
That sounds like Lamaze.
Are you having a baby?
No.
What's going on? I don't know nothing about birthing no babies.
Me either.
But anyway, so this, like I said, this show will always be, we'll probably tackle a couple books. We do have a few other things planned coming up. I will probably be doing a few quick little clips on our Tiki-Taki about books and dissecting some of them more as I read them. And we'll probably do some of that on here because I want to get more into that.
Do I need to get you a kit?
A kit? Like Knight Rider kit?
No, like a dissection kit.
No, a different type of dissection. Because I want to go between the gutters and talk about things that happen in between the panels of the stories sometimes. Because once again, the great thing about comics, right? And we're going to say this many times over the next few weeks, is from panel to panel, things happen. And that's the important thing and it's for you to figure out what happened.
It doesn't all have to be spelled out for you. It doesn't
have to be spelled out for you. Like it's not.
Even though sometimes I want it to be.
No, it doesn't always. Sometimes the best things are those little pieces that you get to make up in your head of how the story goes.
I like to make stuff up in my head.
Yeah.
I create scenarios all the time.
Well, think about it. Tons of people read comics every week.
Here's your mic.
Thanks. Tons of people read comics every week, right? And think about how many read Spider-Man, right? So there's a lot. But each person has a different voice on what Peter Parker sounds like. Each person.
Peter Parker sounds like Tom Holland to me in my head.
He does now, but before Tom Holland, he couldn't. Or maybe he did. Like, I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he sounds like you.
Maybe.
You have the same tenor.
Do I?
What is a tenor? I don't know what I'm talking about.
I'm Batman. All right. We're going to go this week. So this was our episode 0. Please let us know what you think or don't think. You can't hurt our feelings.
You can hurt mine.
You're not going to hurt mine. Trust me. Better people than you have tried. So we will adjust as we go, but we're going to keep doing this every week. I can't say it will always be on Friday. Can't say it will always be live, but it will be sometime during the week.
Eventually, I have to go back to work.
Eventually, she'll have to go back to work, and I will probably not be doing this myself, but so it may be recorded, and we'll put it out there. Or, oh no, it was a Lego that broke. But I think there will be other ramblings appearing, either on YouTube or TikTok. I already have another name for another show of my ramblings. It's a phrase that I've been using for a long time with her now. And so I'm finally I'm not gonna say that. You know what it is. I don't know why you're acting like that. Anyway, thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. We'll come back next week and we'll do it again. We'll see y'all later. Bye. Can I end this stream? Can I end it right here?
I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Philip.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.